Oh, look at that. A helicopter for the first 10 seconds of being live.
Yeah, naturally. I'm
Bastards.
sure. I'm sure that you linked up with the airport or the railway. They say, "Oh, that bugger's going live now. Time to send a freight train and 3 helicopters and 5 Cessnas through."
Don't forget the odd rich farmer with his Learjet.
Oh, and the 2 Harley blokes next door too.
Yeah, that's it. But it's only one. It sounds like two because of the narrow street that he goes through. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Harley club down on Phillip Island. There's quite often 100 of them come down the highway. I must admit, in a big group like that, they sound pretty good actually.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
But not when you're trying to do something.
No. Now, the best place I reckon I've ever heard them sound is down Rundle Mall. And it's you know how tight of a street that is.
Yeah.
How you going, Tommy? And they get down there and they all rev before they're going to take off at the lights.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy. Got a nice look. I've shaped it up really nicely. Look how good it looks. Look at that.
Now, Jay, this is end grain, so you've got to do it a bit different. This is like spindle turning.
So don't come in it from that way.
Yeah, you have to come down from the other way.
Like that.
Yeah. And Tommy says you do turn some odd-shaped pieces, Jay. Sorry, you're on mute. I put you on mute. Yes, he does, Tommy. Has your daylight savings started yet, Tommy? Move your tool rest in, Jay. And keep cutting from the outside in. Yeah, ours starts in let's see, a week. On the 4th of April. This Sunday. Then it'll be a reasonable time to start watching some of your lives over there, instead of 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the morning. You're in the workshop or at home, Tommy? Because Sunday for you. If you're like me, you're probably out in the workshop. Oh, yeah. That answers that question. I guess you must be at home. Yeah, I must admit it. Yeah, I know your workshop's 5 miles away. I wasn't sure what time it was over there, that was all. My body takes a bit of getting used to. It takes about a week for it to settle down and realise that it's not tea time for another hour or so yet. Although it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, yeah. The alarm going off at 5 a.m, but do you get up at 5 a.m. when the alarm goes off? Or you just lie in bed for a little while and let it seep in that another day's about to start?
Do you have an alarm that wakes you up from the other alarm that didn't wake you up?
When I was doing my apprenticeship, I'd have 3 alarm clocks that were set at 5-minute intervals because I just could not wake up. Now I seem to be awake most of the time. You know, Jay, that is really an ugly piece of wood.
Yeah, it most probably is. See, Tommy, I'm getting told off already.
And I reckon that you're going to be sharpening your chisel about every bloody 5 minutes.
Yep.
Tommy says, unfortunately, I do have to get up, but I have another alarm set 15 minutes later just in case I fall back to sleep.
It's bloody hard stuff.
Oh, naturally.
Why naturally? What is it?
Well, it looks like it's either iron bark or something like that. It's definitely a eucalyptus that'll be as hard as Ov's L crossing a biscuit like that.
Yellow gum, yellow box, you reckon?
Could be.
It's yellow underneath.
Yeah. Oh, you can't always go by that.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it's where it's not, where the weather hasn't got to it. It's got a yellow, a really dark yellow tinge to it.
Yeah.
What's your weather like today?
Cold, actually. Overcast. Not raining, but Tommy reckons the bent stick you turned yesterday looked better than that piece.
Just mucking around. I made 2 captured rings on it.
In the bin box. Oh,
Was that after I left yesterday, was it?
Yeah. I got bored. I didn't want to stick a big chunk of wood on there, and that glittery bit was all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, it was actually making me spin out a little bit, seeing that glitter spinning around so fast. Yeah, just pure boredom. No, not boredom, just not wanting to stick a large piece on, I suppose.
Magpies are in fine voice again, I see.
Yeah. Yep. Every day they bring a couple extras with them. Tell their mates, you know.
Oh, free food.
Yep, I don't mind.
Now, what are you going to drill with that?
What?
Oh, you put the drill in. What for?
So I can get rid of some bark. What? Come on, spit it out.
What are you going to mount it on a woodworm screw, were you?
No.
No. I just wondered what the drill was for, that's all.
Just to drill away some of the bark so that the piece would get to the wood instead of the bark.
Oh. Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Well, you're better off just getting a chisel and chipping a bit out of it.
I was going to do that, and I thought, no, he'll tell me to get a bloody force and a bit.
No, I must admit, I run an electric plane across them to get a flat spot on, if I do anything like that.
Cheater reader.
Oh, I put it on my drill press with a bloody 3-inch force and a bit and chop it off.
There we go, a bit forcing a bit.
I think what Tommy meant to say was, wish our Maggie sounded like that. Theirs make a terrible racket.
Some people think that's a terrible racket too, Tommy.
Yeah.
I think those people should be shot. Not the birds. Okay. Maybe that's not such a good spot. Let's try a different spot.
Anything sounds better than minor birds.
Yes.
And the mob of cockatoos.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say.
Screeching mongrels they are.
I was about to say. That's probably the next worst one. There's a park here called Carisbrook Park. It's decent size. Used to live across the road from it. Oh my god, there was nothing that you could get away from those noise. The cockies, hundreds of cockies flying over at once.
Yeah. Them and galahs.
Oh yeah. Oi, after. Throw this piece of wood too.
Yeah, I don't think we get any jackdaws out there. Tommy said that next to his workshop there's a rock face and the jackdaws are nesting in it. They can be bad.
I never heard of them before.
Did you have a fan or something up against your microphone or what? Yeah, funny. They were picking it up really badly before. Now it's stopped.
Because I put myself on mute, maybe.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I'll precautiously turn this one, just because of that there, and that one, and that one.
They're not going right through, so
Yeah, just the part where they kind of meet up is really
yeah. What's the other end like?
same, maybe a little bit worse.
Hmm. All right, over. So there you go.
I'll move it. Put this point up there or something.
Hmm?
Put this point up there or something instead of there.
Nah, I don't think it matters too much where you put it, really.
This was the other piece I was going to do.
Yeah, a piece of red gum.
Yeah, bit mongoloid on one side, but
Now, see if you can get a curve into it, not just a straight line. Get a curve right from the bottom up to the top. I got you on mute at the moment. And Tommy said the jays will be next. They're lovely looking birds, of part of the corvid family, and take the smaller bird chick from the conifers just outside my workshop. Right, now stop the cut there and then come back from the bottom and do another cut like that. And see how you're starting to curve up it instead of just flat sides. Remember, only take wood off where you don't need, where it's not needed. Yeah, all right, Tommy, good night. Sleep well, mate.
See you later, Tommy. Thanks for coming in.
I'm just going to go and make myself a cup of tea. I could be a few minutes. I just take a little bit more off the top, up towards the top there a little bit, and I'd leave it at that. Just put your tenon on it. All right, that'll do. I'd fill that crack up next, down along the bottom there.
Felt like they were going to sweep me then.
Sorry, what was that?
Said it felt like they were going to sweep me.
No, they won't sweep you inside. I don't think
No.
they'll sweep you inside.
I know just how close they came, that's all.
Yeah. They're not silly. They like an escape route.
Yes. Our narrow backyard is not a very good escape route. Rather.
Oh, I must admit, ours don't sweep me walking around the yard because I think they know who I am. But
Yep. They know you don't walk around with a shotgun in your hand, so you're safe.
uh,
I've got an hour left. Just go on the bloody thing. Hey, Blair's driving.
sorry. Yeah, good
We're
day, Blair.
driving, we're driving in America. Hey, you're on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, you dickhead. No wonder you buggers have so many accidents over there.
I can say the same for you guys.
It's nice. It's nice to see the other side of the world without actually going there.
Right? I thought it'd be a treat. I had to drop my daughter off, and so I thought, oh, what the heck? I'll pop on while I'm driving.
Yep. Oh, hang on. Michelin, yeah, I recognise that. Yeah.
What's that car coming out to the left-hand side there? What's that? Don't forget to stop at the traffic light. Go, go.
Oh!
Watch out, there's kids ahead there somewhere. I thought I'd backseat drive for a minute.
Get some of that wood quick. Stop. Any one of those trees will do.
Be careful through here because there are the Popo that like to hang out here and pet people like me. Who like to.
Sorry, Blair, you're breaking up a little bit for me.
Yeah, you broke up. Coming up towards that bridge.
What's that car on your right coming out of that idiot? He's bloody not slowing down at all.
No, they don't.
Toyota, yeah, that's a good brand. You should stop and get a car there.
Oh, hello. There's somebody who's a patriot, got the American flag flying. That's to be a used car yard, I'd say.
It was a Toyota
You know
dealership.
what? That is one thing in America that a lot of places do. It's just natural for places to buy the flag.
Blair, Sid
Yeah.
said, "Morning all." He's driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
That's all right, Sid. He's training everyone to drive on the wrong side of the road today.
No, it's actually his camera's back to front. Oh, look at that! McDonald's! Sid says hi, Blair.
Howdy, Sid.
Nice sunny day.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's almost 70 degrees. And then it's going to drop down to 40 tomorrow and then climb its way all the way up next week to like about 80.
Can't make its mind up, eh?
Nope, it can't.
It's not. It's
That's
nice
okay. It's
though.
not a good trend.
Yeah. At least you get a bit of sun in between the crap, eh?
Right.
Mixing 1080 at the moment. What? What's that?
Mixing 1080. I don't know what is that.
I'd say it's a chemical.
Poison. Bait. Fox bait. So Sid would have all the PPE gear on, bloody gloves up to his elbows and breathing mask and everything on.
I thought he
quarter of a ton of it. Holy
He's
hell.
having a bath.
What are you using, a cement mixer? Yeah, rabbit bait.
I was going to say he's having a bath in it, and then he said a quarter of a ton. Is like he's definitely having a bath in it.
Yeah, it's a stew you wouldn't want to eat, that's for sure, Sid.
You want me to mute the mic?
That's the mountains over there, Blair.
Yeah, I see what you mean about it being flat there, Blair. Jesus. Like in Australia we'd say it's flat as a shit carter's hat. And Sid said, yeah, 2 cement mixers.
I know it's only a reflection on his window, but it looks like there's a rocket taking off in the distance. See that photo, Robbo?
Sorry?
Go look in the group chat on Messenger.
Oh, I'll have a look in a second.
Sid's put up a photo of what he's mixing.
Oh, yeah.
So Jay, you said you're mixing up fox bait, rabbit bait.
Yeah, rabbit bait. Because they breed like rabbits, you see.
What foxes do?
Personally, I'd rather take them home and put them in a stew, but, you know, what can I say?
Now, Jay,
Yeah.
just hold on a second. I'll get you up on full screen for a minute. Now, take it down. Take it down to where the semicircle meets, all right? So you're going to get rid of all that. You're going to get rid of a large extent of that top bit, so you get a bit of shape into it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Put Blair up on there again.
Don't take out of there.
Well, you can start hollowing it out from there a bit, but like it'll look better if it's just comes up to where you finish turning there, rather than trying to get the whole edge around it. You can try getting the whole edge if you like, but yeah, like virtually split the log in half, turn it down to where it's flat. I don't think you know what I mean, do you?
No, I'm still trying to work it out.
Right, okay.
I'll get it eventually.
No, put your finger on it. Start from your chuck and work your way up. Right, work your way up the bowl now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There. See that point there?
Yeah.
Take it down to that point. So that you've got a dish shape rather than a bowl sort of shape. I'll put Blair up on full screen again now. It's interesting seeing all the trucks and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the snow on the hills. Oh, it
Mountains.
makes me feel bloody cold already.
Mountains, I'd say, not hills.
Well, yeah. G'day, Sid.
How we going?
All right.
Bloody dusty shit that stuff is.
Yeah. What do you mix it with?
Oats.
Oh, yeah.
20 kilos at a time.
Yeah. Bloody long job doing 250 kilos of it.
I started at 7:30 and I've got 160 kilos done.
Oh, that's not bad.
So I'm aiming to have it out before lunch. Takes a long time with one mixer because it goes in as a liquid and you've got to mix it until it dries.
Yeah.
So some days it's quicker than others. But yeah, like you said, you got those plastic bloody coveralls on and the bloody respirator, and it's time for a rehydration break.
Yeah. You look like a spaceman.
There's normally two of us here. It's not as bad as when I'm mixing the powder to liquid. That one I've got to have the full face mask on plus all the bloody heavy duty shit. It's almost like VA for doing the powder to liquid because the powder will kill you.
Oh, that's right. What have you got it in liquid form at the moment, have you?
Yeah, so we get the powder which is 97% pure, and we mix it down to a liquid which is 3%. So the liquid with a bit of splash and stuff like that's not going to hurt us. And there's no fumes. The only worry is the oat dust in the air will carry a bit of it as well, but the level it carries is, so we only have to use a paper mask for doing the oat mixing so we don't get the dust in.
Yep.
I'm going to enjoy this cup of tea.
Blair, I take it it's a Sunday over there, is it?
Yes, it is Sunday.
Right.
And
You're
so
on your way
that's
to church? It's almost like going for a tour.
Sorry, Blair, I missed that. Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm sorry.
Reminds me of a story about a bloke. He's waiting for his wife to come home from work, and she's running a bit late, and he's listening to the news, so he gets a bit worried, and he rings her up, and he says to her, "How you going? I was just listening to the news, and there's some idiot driving on the wrong side of the road on the way you're coming, so be careful." And she said, "There's not one, there's hundreds of them."
Geez, how dare they ring up during your morning tea?
I know, right? Jeez. So it's one of those ones from Murray Darling. I don't think they have brakes.
Oh,
Yeah. No, we've got a cross-boundary memorandum of understanding with, so that people on the boundary can get boats from either side, from us or from them.
right.
And it's just a courtesy call when they get someone from our side. They give us a call to make sure there's no issues with them, because we've had one that we've got a do not sell order on,
Oh,
because the rules around 1080 are pretty tight, and
oh, well, they have
she's
to
been
be.
baiting. They've been baiting for 150 years, and they know what they're doing. So we got to give them 1080. And when I followed up, they weren't putting signs up, and I'm pretty sure they weren't notifying neighbours, although I didn't check. But not putting signs up was enough. So there's a big anti-1080 lobby around out there in Australia, and the more people are doing the wrong thing, the easier it is for them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Geez, that's surprising though that the left-hander knows what the right hand's doing.
Well, it's one of the exceptions. It's not. This is an agreement between two non-NGO, non-government association boards, not an agreement between two government departments.
Oh, makes all the difference.
Yeah. So we're sort of paid by the government, but the management's done separate from the government.
Oh,
So we like it that way.
yeah.
It seems to work. It's a lovely day over there, Blair.
Yeah. You were saying
Yeah,
that
we
before.
are sitting at about 70 degrees.
I suppose you're coming into spring, aren't you?
Yeah, spring is definitely here.
Spring has sprung.
So in a minute here, I'm going to shut this thing off. That way people don't know where I live.
That sounds fair.
Back on.
Oh, bugger, I was going to stalk you too, Blair.
I already am. I use Google.
Damn it. I was going to send Dark around to your house too. Bugger.
Hey, that's a bit over the top, Jay. Don't think he deserves that.
Me and Darky, we could have a good time.
I reckon
would
you probably
just
could,
laugh
actually.
ourselves silly, you know?
I have a sneaking suspicion that he's a little bit tamer in person.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think you're right now, but I think the past messages might be a bit more exuberant.
Come on, light. Ah, there we go. All right, I'm shutting this off. I will see you guys in a little bit.
Okay,
All
mate.
right.
See ya.
So, yeah. You want me to remove you, Blair?
I don't know. It may not let me. Yeah, will you please?
Right.
Oh, it's an upside down funnel.
I'm making an egg cup holder. Said, look, a royal one.
Yeah, that's a, there'll be lots of shavings on the floor by the time we finish that. But I like it.
And before you take too much more out of there, Jay, get rid of that centre spigot first.
So Sarge has just messaged me in the Facebook chat of the photo. He said, "Sid, can you come and pour my concrete from a flagpole?" So I just sent back, "It won't stand for long with what I'm mixing."
No. But no dogs will pee on it.
Well, they might once.
So if I do a sporadic live in about 3 hours, it's because I'm sitting in my car bored. Okay.
The spontaneous one, you mean?
Yeah.
Dr. Bob's in the chat.
Hey, Dr. Bob.
How you going, Dr. Bob?
And how are you guys?
I'm fighting fit.
Good, thank you. And yourself?
Possibly in a little while.
Well, been busy cleaning up some of the shop in the yard here. It stopped raining for a while, so.
Oh, when you finish over there, you can come and do mine if you like.
Beat me to it, Robbo.
Yeah, well, I got first dibs.
Got to get there
I'm
first.
I'm sure if you pay for his flight, Robbo, he'll do all the work you want.
Yeah, and for some lessons from the expert, I'll probably get billed for that.
And he only pays the flight one way.
Yeah, got to swim back after that.
You know what the wood is, Jay, other than burn pile wood?
It's plum.
Okay.
Well, we think it's plum. I was told it was plum when I gave it to him, so.
Well, most fruit trees I've found have really been good to turn.
Oh, they are. Unfortunately, they split well too.
Yeah, they're hard to dry.
And this was just a cut up log. That's all it was. No seals on the end, no seal on the end or anything else. It didn't look like it had been outside for quite a while.
I haven't had a look yet, Robbo, but I've been offered some mulberry. He said it's a dead tree that's been dead for a while. So it'd be interesting to see what that looks like once you cut it open.
Yeah.
So Sarge just said the hole's only 10 inches by 17 deep.
Oh, geez, just put a bag of bloody Quickcrete in there and pour water in on top of it.
Then get some bricks, Sarge. Get some bricks, smash them down into the hole, and that saves you on cement, and then pour the cement over
He's
it.
on the Facebook chat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, g'day, Terry, I think it is. TFT Turney.
We need
I'm
to
not
make
wa- I'm
an
not wading into that.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, I'm not wading into that conversation, Robbo. He could be either.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said to Sarge, I'm mixing oats, not sure the structural integrity is up to it.
Yeah, a lot of fruit woods do look stunning too when they're turned. Some of them are very plain too, unfortunately. You never know what you get. It's like Forrest Gump said, you never know what you're gonna get.
Life's like a box of chocolates.
Deadly for some, like diabetics, and sweets for others.
Open your flute out a little bit, Jay.
Yeah, I had a weird thing happen last night. I got a text late after got done last night. Well, actually, while we were with Jay and the gang, that I had a package waiting on my porch. And it was a big selection of sandpaper, like 10 sheets each from 80 to 3,000. And it didn't skip a grit. And it was from, well, the note said, from someone you impressed at the VA.
Oh, well,
Hoping
there you
I
go.
get well quicker.
You got a secret admirer.
Yeah, and I can't find out who because it's against the law to give anybody or take, whatever, one way or another, federal law, because that's giving gifts or taking gifts from government employees. So I'm just assuming it was a fellow patient, whoever that might have been, because we were all in our own separate rooms.
Yeah. Now, Jay, level up your rim now before you take any more out of there. Get all that cleaned up.
I spent my day getting it all, broke the back of it, and because it's cloth back, wet paper, but a dry paper, really nice stuff.
Yeah.
And getting it cut into strips. But I prefer a strip, otherwise I end up wasting it.
Well, we buy all our sandpaper in big rolls.
I like TFT's answer. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. For most of my sanding, I've only ever used cloth back paper anyway.
Yeah, it's too expensive for me. Though it is used a lot in the auto industry. So I can understand if, because it's all the same brand, it all came from big rolls. I noticed that because of the markings on it kept repeating on the back and not sides of it. Just thanking me for what I've done for fallen vets with the urn.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good.
I won't have to buy any more for a couple of years.
Now, Joe, how much width have you got between the bark on both sides? Is it even? It looks fairly even from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, it looks fairly even. Yeah.
Just get a black marker
Yep.
and come in about a quarter of an inch from the edge of the bark and put a circle right around it.
Oh, it's a bit off to the one side, just a little bit though.
Yeah,
Not
I would. I'll tell you what, that's that close. Now, I would not go out past that line, all right?
Yep. Okay. Someone else is there. Oh, it's Blair.
Oh.
How you going, Blair?
Howdy.
Sorry, he's down the bottom of the page from me.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Blair.
It's like life. Everybody's
Had
cracking
the
on me.
GPS tracker on. I'm coming to see you.
It's like Blair is down in the basement.
No, I'm in the garage.
Uh,
Yeah.
That just happens to be storage.
Yeah, I was reading something the other day about the StreamYard people. I belong to a couple of forums on it, and they were asking people about picking an order of things that they think would be good to install. And one is that seemed to rate very high on the list was that a person can open a StreamYard and run it like Jay is, but he'll be able to pass on the equal control of it to someone else so they can be doing what they're doing and someone else can be bringing people in, taking them out, introducing them, stuff like that, like a co-host position. And that had the most points towards it in the future.
Yeah, well, I must admit it's quite handy because when Jay's doing this, I can bring people in or out, and he doesn't have to stop turning.
Right.
Plus, the best part is, of course, I can mute the bugger.
Or delete them.
Well, they said that they've got it in test now in some markets, so they were just on the list of things to comment about.
Now, try to maintain that round shape all the way down, Jay. Don't get a flat bottom on it.
Be an emu egg cup.
So I take it, Sid, you're at work?
Yeah, I've been mixing poison oats for a bit of bunny baiting, and I've got 260 kilograms to do. And as always, when you're going to have a busy day, I pulled up here this morning and there was two people here waiting to get baits, fox baits, unannounced, and I had three others turn up since while I was trying, because you're not supposed to do any of the mixing while there's anyone around, just sort of lock the site down.
Yeah.
So I was going to make an early start and get it all done before it got too warm, and because there's a bit of dust floating around, it always gets on you. So I've done I've done 160 kilos of the 260, so with the two mixes, I do 40 at a time. I'll go and do the last 100 in a minute when I finish my cup of tea, lubricated my throat again.
So
How's
you're
your
a
depth
chemist
going there,
too.
Jay?
Sid the chemist.
Bunny killer.
There's heaps left
That's
there,
in-
Robert.
Sorry,
It's
what's that,
interesting
Jay?
because okay.
I said
Sorry,
there's heaps
Jay.
left there.
Okay, we'll keep taking it down, but maintain that curve all the way down, all right?
Yep.
And just check your thickness between the bark and the edge as well to make sure you're not going to come out through the side.
Yeah, that's all right for now.
Okay, right out.
Plenty of room. So the thickness that's here
Yeah,
is basically what's down there, even thicker,
Right.
even.
okay, good.
So 1080 is chemically speaking, it's sodium fluoroacetate, and it's a natural compound in plants in Western Australia and the northern part of South Australia. So a lot of our native animals have got a high tolerance to it, which is why it's good for us to use over here for imported and exotic animals if we're trying to control them.
Oh,
So you pretty much can't kill an emu with 1080. Western grey kangaroos, highly tolerant to it. And the eastern grey is tolerant. Most of our lizards and reptiles are fairly tolerant to it. So that's one of the reasons we like it. Plus, it's cheap
that's always
and it
good.
breaks down quickly.
Yeah, what's the life of it in the field, Sid?
Depends on the moisture levels.
Oh, yeah.
So, as an oat bait, if it's dry, it'll remain toxic for. Well, if it stays perfectly dry, it'll remain toxic for probably weeks.
Oh, yeah.
5 mils of rain on a trail of oats will make it pretty much useless because it washes off. It's water soluble.
Yeah.
Meat baits in the ground, generally 2 weeks they decompose down because the bacteria in the meat also decomposes the 1080.
Yeah.
So they're normally sublethal by the time you get to 2 weeks if there's any moisture around at all. But if it stays dry, it'll remain toxic forever.
Ah,
They had one. There was a accidental poisoning a few weeks ago up in the northern, well, just north of our area. I'm not sure whether it was actually in our area or out, but people lambs got in and knocked a drum of oats over, and then keeled over. So the oats were 1080 oats. Part of our protocols for 1080, when people get 1080 at the end of the program, they're supposed to destroy any unused bait, either by burning it or by deep burial. So we give them a form that's called an approval to possess, and it's got an end date on it. And if they've got any 1080 in their possession outside the dates on that form, the fines can be $25,000 plus.
oof.
Oh,
And
That's
if you
good-
get
good
caught
ins-
with it, if you get caught with it, you probably get a warning. But if you kill someone's dog because you've got 1080 outside of that, you're probably going to cop the full fine, if not more.
Yeah. So it's a good incentive to get rid of it.
Yeah, especially when it's like you're talking about, like, if you had a 44 full of 1080, you're probably talking about $150 worth of product. So, and most people wouldn't be having that at the end of, or left over at the end of a program anyway.
Yeah. Now let's see what Blair's doing over here.
Right.
Blair is polishing a turd.
Yeah, I saw the start of that on Facebook.
Trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Yeah, something like that. This is just like it was a piece of pine. I thought it was box elder, but it's pine, and it's yeah.
Oh, you're having some tool presentation practice, Blair. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, exactly. I've never done anything this large, and so
Right.
anyway, it's already flown off the
I'm going to
lathe.
keep watching on YouTube, but I'll keep going on YouTube, but I'll duck out and go back and pick some more up. So catch you all guys later. Take care.
All right, see you soon.
Take care. Earthquake.
Still a fair bit of thickness in it.
Yeah, well, there will be because of the shape of it, but that, in my opinion, is a pretty looking bowl. Once you get it all sanded out and everything, I'd fill up all those cracks and everything now.
They're not cracks.
Well, whatever it is, that's a crack down on the left-hand
That's
side
crap there, but that's the piff.
Yeah, well, put some CA into it to harden it up.
And there's a little bit of a bark inclusion back here that I'm going to put some
Yeah.
CA in as well. But
Yep.
then you got the back of it here.
I know when I do something like that with bark on it, where the bark hits the rim of the bowl, I try to use some real thin CA just to make sure it doesn't chip off. Or when someone picks it up to use it and knocks it off a table or that, the bark doesn't break loose because invariably it hits the lip.
Yeah, it's definitely not coming off this piece of wood, Dr. Bob.
What kind of wood is that, Jay?
Plum. Plum Bob.
It's very nice. It's pretty.
Very nice. Very nice.
Never seen plum. I've seen plum trees, but that's basically out west on the coast. A lot of fruit orchards out there.
This will pretty much conclude my my live today, I think.
Yeah, just whack some CA into it, and then can you set the chuck and everything up on the headstock?
Yeah.
So that we can see the shape of it. No.
Can you see the shape now?
No, you might have to put the camera down a bit. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I like that.
Yeah, it's something different.
What are you going to finish it with?
Well, personally, I would finish it with spray lacquer, but that's me.
Yeah, that's having it in the house. That is when I can use it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's with all the bark and everything on it, you can't put wax on it. So,
I'll just have to wait till I get paid.
yeah. Well, what do you think of it, Jay?
I like it. It
Right.
wasn't what I had. It wasn't what I had planned for it, but I like it.
G'day, Chris.
How you going, Chris?
You're going to take the bottom off of it?
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm going to leave the chuck on it. That's the bottom of the bowl.
Oh,
bit of extra weight so they can't tip over.
That's it, like me, you know.
you tip over even?
No, I got
Easy.
extra weight. You see,
Oh.
extra ballast.
You love your munchies.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah, do some jogging.
Oi, stop swearing at me.
Too much work.
Geez, that's no good, Chris. Chris just said he's just found out his wife has COVID, so we're all home for the week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a shame. We're so close to beating it.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't. I've noticed some people recover from it fully, and some people have to have injections in their lungs for the rest of their life.
Well, we don't know if it's going to be that long, but yeah. So I've known, we have good friends that have had people in the family that have had it, and then the rest of the family hadn't gotten it.
It's like everything, my three brothers or four brothers all had mumps, and I've never had mumps.
Ooh.
If you guys haven't seen Chris's latest video, you guys need to do that. It's very cool.
Sorry, which one?
Goblet.
Chris's latest video.
What, the goblet?
Trying to remember.
Where he nearly went through the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. I commented on it yesterday. That it's very, very good.
Good work there, Chris. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Sound like I have something in my mouth.
That was on telly the other day. I had to watch it.
What was that, Jay?
Dumb and Dumber. It was on telly the other day. I had to watch it. I like it a lot.
That movie just kills me. There's so many funny parts in it. It's one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah. And actually, part 2 isn't actually too bad either, to be honest.
Never did see the latest one.
Yeah, it's not bad. Dumb and Dumber 2. It's got the same two dudes in it, so it's still funny, you know.
I must admit I've never watched it because I've just got to look at some of my friends for that.
Oh,
Wow.
Could start your own TV show, Robbo.
Oh man, I could, I tell you.
All right, I'll put Blair up now, since I'm not turning anything now.
Yeah, all right. Your channel, you can do what you like.
Oh, can I? While you're rolling a cigarette? While your hands are preoccupied?
That's right. Yeah.
Hmm.
you can do a cigarette commercial for rolling papers. It's not tobacco, it's the paper that makes the smoke.
Tobacco in the paper, eh?
Well,
Oh.
tobacco's not good for you, but so you can always talk about the paper.
Well, it's funny, I was watching I like watching some of the old films on car racing, you know. And geez, the cigarette ads are everywhere.
Yeah. Marlboros.
No, Rothmans were another big advertiser in motor racing. Rothmans, Marlboro.
Yeah, and you get the old-time radio shows that are online. Ton of them here. I like listening to them because they often, I'll remember the program. And it brings back memories that, go 70 years ago. But still, it's interesting to hear them again. And it's odd that you can remember who did it and when and where, and you haven't heard it, except in the early 50s. But they're loaded with cigarette commercials.
Yeah.
And the gotcha is here that they're all coming from a library, our Library of Congress, because anybody can log into it and find all the old radio programs because it's part of our history. And
Yeah.
we have it's all online. So if I want to
Good idea.
listen to a particular show, I can do it.
G'day, Neil. How are you?
How you going, Neil?
You're just coming in on the end of it, actually. The fella on the screen at the moment's an American. He's Blair from Utah.
The Salt Lake State.
I saw it, Blair. Don't worry. It's a totally acceptable use for carbide.
Hey, Bravo, I have to tell you, I am so impressed with the way these things cut. It everything that I've done, it's like going through butter.
Yeah.
Well,
Neil
in
said
pine-
you're back in lockdown. Are you back in lockdown, Robbo?
Oh,
No. Why?
That's what Neil just said.
between Queensland and Melbourne, Brisbane, I think. I heard it on the radio. There's 7 new cases.
Are you back in lockdown again because you got a case of COVID up there?
7 new cases.
Oh, I was in Queensland.
Yeah.
Even if you been interstate and you don't have any symptoms or anything, you have to mandatory 2 weeks.
Got a couple of ferals there, like the Victorians had at the start.
Oh, tough.
Hello, Julie.
No, it's actually Darren that's here.
Darn it!
Oh, yeah. Tough. Thank you. Oh, you saw Julie inside, did you?
Hello,
Tell him he has to pay for that now. He dropped it all over the floor. You pay for it. Yeah, some people just don't get it, Neil. To stay inside, or Obviously, Melbourne's little 4 or 5 month lockdown wasn't a warning for the Queenslanders, apparently.
No, we're all laughing like buggery now.
That's right. That's what the South Aussies have been doing the whole time.
I don't know. When I see what goes on in different states and at different times, it makes the news here where a state mandates masks and people come in like Florida from all over the country for the college spring break at swimming and no one bothers.
That's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. People think they're totally immune, they're macho. In fact, a friend of mine was joking with it. Their theme song is Macho Man. Except the Macho Man is now in the hospital worrying about his life. Or he's taking it home and now his wife and oldest son has got it. And he doesn't blame, and he's the only one that didn't get it, but he brought it home.
Now, Blair, on Pine, that is the worst tool that you can use.
Yeah, it rips out a lot. I noticed that.
Oh,
What?
That's what he was trying to say, Blair.
Yeah, it rips out a lot. I know.
the best way, like that's running, the grain's running actually across the lathe on that, isn't it? If I remember rightly from the
Yeah.
video I saw this morning. You're better off doing a shear scrape or a shear cut on it, all right? With a gouge.
Rightio. Let's do that.
And starting from the bottom towards the top. Yeah, from down there up to the center.
Well, with some carbides, you can still do a shear cut.
You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try to nose into the shower. And
Yeah, what is that just for the Brisbane area, Neil, or for Sunshine and Gold Coast as well? That's not a shear scrape, Blair. Drop the handle right down. Close the flute right up. And just make light little cuts. You still got the flute too open by the look of it. It should be completely shut. You shouldn't be able to see the flute at all. That's better. And nice light little cuts with the handle down really, really low and just cutting near the point. Now you're getting it. And the chisel less than 90 degrees to the timber. Sounds like you're tearing it out instead of
Oh,
making a nice cut.
yeah. It's a beast just with that big crack in there. It's just not wanting to do what I want it to do.
You CA'd the crack.
No. I mean, the crack doesn't go all the way through. It's just this one here is just big when it was cut. So maybe I'll just get a you know, that thing, that tool, one of those. See how that does.
Well, I'm going to butt in for a second. I'm going to run away. I'm going to leave the live on so you guys can still do this. All right.
Yeah, no, I've got to go as well. So,
All right. Well,
all right.
see you later, guys. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
You
Yeah.
want to go
See you
live,
later.
Blair? I'll join you.
Nah, it's okay. I'm just gonna probably wind this up and go in the house anyway.
All right.
Okay.
See you
No
later,
problem.
everybody.
See you
See ya,
guys.
everyone.